Quick shout out to my patrons. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey y'all, it's Kay from Literary Apothecary, and well, these next couple of videos are going to be probably super quick because it is really hot and muggy here, and I don't have good air circulation in my apartment, so I usually have the fans going, but the fans are too loud when I'm recording, so these are probably going to be super quick, but at least you'll have them so they're there. So, welcome back to another episode of Books My Boyfriend Gave Me. Today we're going to be talking about The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. This is book 6 in the Chronicles of Narnia series. That's in chronological order, not pub order. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars, and this is one of my favorites of the whole series. So in this book we have Jill and Eustace. Yes, that same Eustace. They escape bullies at school, I know the irony, and end up in Narnia. Aslan gives them a task, which is to save the prince from the evil witch. What I loved about this book so much, I loved seeing Eustace in a different light. So we met Eustace back in Prince Caspian, and he was the bully. He was bullying Lucy and Edmund before they came to Narnia, and then he was lost in Narnia, and he was turned into a dragon in Narnia. And what I appreciated here in The Silver Chair is that we saw a different side to Eustace. I felt like, yes, he was a bully in Prince Caspian, but also Edmund and Lucy were kind of bullies in themselves once they got to Narnia, because they had been to Narnia before. They kind of, knew Narnia, but Eustace hadn't been there before. He was completely lost, and they could have been better to him in Narnia instead of just letting him flounder along himself. So I really appreciate seeing a different side to Eustace than we saw in just the Prince Caspian. We get more story and mythology from Narnia and the history of Narnia and, the history going forward, and I really love seeing all of that. We learn so much here in just this book about Narnia that it makes it feel like it's, it's been a long time in Narnia years, but it feels like it's been just decades and decades and decades long. So I always love learning more about Narnia. We see Prince Caspian, speaking of Prince Caspian, all grown up. So in The Silver Chair, Prince Caspian is now King Caspian, and the prince that Eustace and Jill have to save is actually Prince Caspian's son, Prince Rilian. And so it's just another angle of the different characters. I loved learning about Prince Caspian in his title book, but now we get him as an adult, a father, a king, and it's just so nice seeing a different side of all of these characters. Also, I listened to the audiobook as I've done for all of these, and each book has a different narrator. The Silver Chair, at least the edition I listened to, is narrated by Jeremy Northam, and he was just perfection for this book. I think each book has a different mode and a different, feel to it. So, and each narrator fits their book, I feel like, pretty well. But Jeremy Northam is just brilliant narration in this book. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite narrators of the series. So that's my quick review for The Silver Chair, book 6 in the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. If you've read this book before, let me know in the comments below what you thought. Tune in next week for another episode of Books My Boyfriend Gave Me. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.